In 2017, the Niagara Brewery Collectibles Club provided their first scholarship to a Niagara College Brewmaster student. This weekend, the club is hosting their biannual trade show and scholarship fundraiser. Joining me is club president Larry Lemelin. Larry, you are a proud sponsor of the Niagara College Brewmaster program. Why?
Students' needs come first. They're the future of the beer industry. The program has a succession rate of 90%, 98% placement when students complete the 2.5-year education program. So for us as a club to be able to step up since 2017 to assist them with their opportunities, financial support and so forth, cheer them on, go to their graduations, it feels good to do this.
And you've got your trade show coming up on Saturday. Tell our viewers about it that have never been.
Well, I would say, Mark, it's like an indoor flea market. People are going to walk into the Casadante Hall, 34 Lincoln Street in Welland. There's going to be 31 tables set up for vendors who are driving in from all over Ontario and even Buffalo. The people will be able to walk into this indoor flea market and enjoy looking at nothing but beer items. It's totally beer items. So as they're looking at all these different things, whether it's neon signs or tin signs or tap handles or coasters or bottle openers, old materials. We have a gentleman, he's in his 80s, he lives in Lindsay. He's bringing all his old stuff that he has. So it's just a fun experience where people can walk through and see all the different things that are there. It's free admission, and they have the opportunity to find things that maybe they could use to decorate their man cave or their she shed.
Where did your passion for brewery collectibles come from?
I was asked in 2012 to donate beer because I'm a beer salesman, have been for over 30 years. It was my request to provide beer samples to a convention for this hobby. So of course I went there and did the presentation. I stood in front of 90 people explaining the different components to the beers that I was providing for their convention. And then they said I could be a part of it. And when I was a part of this convention, I discovered this idea of beer trays and trading this. And they had a flea market. And I thought, wow, this is a neat hobby. And from that point on, I just kind of continued on with it. And in 3 years after that, I started up the Niagara Brewery Collectibles Club in 2015. And in 2017, we just decided to start helping students out.
Tell me a little bit more about the club and where the members come from.
Well, our members, we're Canada's largest beer collectibles club, for starters, and we have members who live in 3 different provinces in Canada, 4 states, United States, and we have a member who lives in Luxembourg.
That's incredible. So let's go back to the show this Saturday. What are some of the unique items people can find?
Well, I think the great thing about the uniqueness is the variety of stuff that's going to be there. I think that's what's going to be unique. A person from any budget would have the opportunity to be able to find something for their take home, their success of walking in and seeing something and going home with something, feeling good about it. We're going to have a sign-in desk. On our sign-in desk, there's going to be sheets there that people can take so they can attend our 7th annual spring trade show, April 26, 2025, because this show on Saturday is our 9th annual fall trade show. So we've been doing this a long time, and we're building our community, because now the people in this hobby are finding out about us and coming out and thinking, wow, I've always wanted something like this. So we're finding new members. We're growing as we go from show to show.
And attendees can find that certain something for their man cave or their she shed, right?
Absolutely. And let's say a person walks in and says, I really like black label things. Well, then we would turn them in the direction of a black label collector and let them build that fellowship with that person. We've got a guy from Hamilton that's a member of our club. We call him Mr. Coors Light. And Alex loves nothing but Coors Light stuff. So he walks in and he's looking for Coors Light stuff when he walks into our shows, because that's his thing.
That's great. The money that you raise goes to the Niagara College Brewmaster program. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, our spring show, April 13th, was so successful, we made a $1,000 profit. In the act of making that profit, a few weeks later, I got some bank drafts done up. Our treasurer took care of things for us. I went to Niagara College and I presented 2 $500 bank drafts to the bursary, the scholarship department, to Emily, so that the students would be able to receive those bursaries in the form of a scholarship that are taking the Brewmaster program. So we need money to pay for our hall rentals. We need money for our print materials and things like that. But beyond that, we want to be supportive to the program that's at Niagara College. And so our proceeds, and we're hoping to be successful at the show on Saturday. Everyone, please come out to our show and see what we're doing and help the vendors sell a few things so they can go home and they feel that they've made the travels to come to our trade show to set up a table and put things on it, and that they will go home and you will go home with something as a visitor to our show.
Larry, you are so excited about this. I'm going to be there with bells on.
I'm happy to hear that, Mark. I'm looking forward to you walking through the door.
Let us know again the details.
Well, September the 28th, this Saturday, between 9 and 2, the doors will be open to the general public to come in to be able to enjoy our presentation of brewery collectibles, or Brewiana. And we're going to have a lot of fun. There'll be fresh sandwiches served by the ladies in the kitchen at Casadante. They have a club room out the back, so there's draft beer and bottled beer and soft drinks and so forth, coffee and so forth for people to enjoy. Parking is at the back of the Casadante, 34 Lincoln Street in Welland. And I look forward to people walking in and say, Larry, I saw you on TV.
Larry, there's so much excitement surrounding the Brewery Collectible Show this Saturday. Thanks for joining us, and come back in April.
I will. I look forward to being back here and letting everyone watching your program know that the Niagara Brewery Collectibles Club has been around since 2015, and we're going to continue doing shows, and we're going to continue to support the students in Niagara College Brewmaster program.
You heard it from Larry. 10th anniversary coming up in the spring.